What's up, crypto fam? It's Phantom. Taking another look at the market. We got a quick one today. It's not a ton to review. We got the little dog here for full bullish effect. Bitcoin has been really boring over the course of the day. We're still just chilling right above 40K on the weekly. We have just about 2 days left to close. I'm hoping that we close in this now resistance. It was our previous support structure, but as long as we close above this weekly support trend line, I think we're in the clear to continue our bullish momentum. I think the bullish momentum is going to pick up starting this weekend. I likely will be dipping into some of the coins, obviously with tight stop losses, but I'll be looking at coins like HBAR, Cosmos, VeChain, the normal culprits that tend to pump when Bitcoin does turn around. So obviously not financial advice, always do your own research, but that's where I'll be looking this weekend to start tossing some money into some altcoins, hoping that the start of next week we turn around and get our bullish momentum. The reason that I believe that we're at a change in the tide is we've been sitting around 40K, and I know there's been a bunch of big buyers around this level, but that said, we haven't moved up and we haven't moved down. There's one piece of news in particular that caught my eye, but before we get to that, we'll look at the fear and greed index. We're sitting at 28, so we're still in fear territory. We've moved from extreme fear to just fearful, but being in fear territory is generally it's a good indicator that people should start looking into getting back into the market. When there's blood in the streets, be greedy, and when everybody's greedy, be fearful, the Warren Buffett motto. So what's got me bullish is one, that we haven't broken below 40K. In the past couple of days, we've just kind of been just chilling in this region. And I think there's a lot of accumulation going on. We haven't pushed up, but we also haven't pushed down. And it's much easier for us to go in the down direction, but we haven't. So with that in mind, the news article that I found interesting, there's been $2 billion of Bitcoin drained from centralized exchanges by crypto traders in the last 24 hours. This just came out tonight. Centralized exchanges are continuously using users' funds as more traders and investors decide to use private and non-custodial solutions to store their cryptos. While data does not include the OTC market and decentralized exchanges, $2 billion worth of crypto removed from exchange circulation could still have a strong effect on the market's liquidity. As the data suggests, the crypto market saw outflows of $1.9 billion worth of Bitcoin in the last 24 hours. With $1 billion moving on exchange balances, the net flow of Bitcoin could remain at negative $925 million. Ethereum and Tether reported positive flow, but it does not cover even half of the loss the exchanges face from Bitcoin outflows. So what this means to the average person, there's quite a bit of people that are picking up Bitcoin. Obviously, they're purchasing them on these exchanges, these centralized exchanges, but they're ripping their money off. They're putting them on private wallets, whether that be a ledger or some type of custodial wallet, because they're planning on holding and they're just accumulating. So there's enough investors at this level that $2 billion was ripped off exchanges to be held. So these people likely are in this for the long term. That's really bullish to me, and it doesn't mean that, when this starts to happen, everything's going to take a turn and bull season's back. But generally, when this type of money is exchanging hands and these people are making these type of preparations, there's big things to come. It doesn't always happen immediately. These people do play the long game. But that said, I'm interested, and with the price not moving down like it should be, if we don't move exactly horizontal for too long. Usually, if we can't pump back up, we rip down hard. But with us just staying at this level, I think there's a lot of accumulation going on from very big buyers, and all of those buyers, or majority of those buyers, are then taking their money off exchanges and putting them on non-custodial wallets or their own type of private wallets. So I will be a buyer this weekend. I'll obviously have tight stop losses in place. I haven't decided exactly when this weekend, but my thoughts are that the end of this week, beginning of next week is when the momentum will start to shift. So I want to pick up things close to what I consider to be the bottom, and we'll see if that comes to fruition next week or if I get stopped out. But enough interest is in it for me to throw some money in it. I think we're in a position, the charts to me look like things have been reset. They're ready to go again. If we close really well, I think that's going to confirm for me that we've maintained bullish momentum. But as long as we don't close below this weekly trend line, I'll be a buyer this weekend. So that's just my thoughts. Another bullish piece of our news article that I found is The Wolf of Crypto. Jordan Belfort, the inspiration for the Wolf of Wall Street movies, is marketing himself as a cryptocurrency guru. Miami Beach, Jordan Belfort was lounging by the pool on a sunny April morning, sipping Red Bull and sharing a cautionary tale, not the usual one about his imprisonment on 10 counts of securities fraud, money laundering. This time he'd been the victim. Last fall, he explained to a group of businessmen gathered at his Palladial home, a hacker had stolen $300,000 of digital tokens from his cryptocurrency wallet. He'd gotten the bad news at dinner on a Friday, he said, while he was telling a venture capitalist friend about the time he sank his yacht during a drug-fueled romp in the mid-90s. After breaking into Belfort's account, the hacker transferred large quantities of OHM, a popular cryptocurrency, to a separate wallet, a publicly visible transaction Mr. Belfort could do nothing to reverse. You can see where the money is, he said. It's the most frustrating thing. Belfort, 59, known for The Wolf of Wall Street, and a tell-all memoir about his debauched 1990s career in high finance, which the director Martin Scorsese adapted into a 2013 movie starring Leonardo DiCaprio as the hard-playing protagonist. These days, Mr. Belfort is a consultant and sales coach charging tens of thousands of dollars in private sessions. But he's now teaching cryptocurrency to friends and family. He thinks it's going to be the wave of the future, and a lot of his money is going into it, which is really, really exciting. Someone at the top of their game, even though he did go to prison, the guy is very talented, knows what he's doing. He got caught, obviously doing the wrong things, but he knows how to play the game for the most part, and the fact that he's interested in cryptocurrency even after what had happened to him is I think it's a strong indicator that people believe in the technology. So I'm extremely bullish on this. I do have a bearish article that I found. Crypto traders brace for a weekend dip as Bitcoin, Terra, Cardano, and Solana falter. Bitcoin's dwindled under increased selling pressure from traders to fall below the $40,000 mark. It hasn't stayed down there long. Other altcoins like Ethereum, Cardano, and Solana faced even steeper falls as the carnage persisted. Market cap for the cryptocurrency market stands at $1.87 trillion. There was a time in history where we killed to get to $8 trillion market cap. Top cryptocurrencies across the charts have expressed losses around 3 to 5%, shedding most gains attained since the start of the month. While Bitcoin was not hit the hardest, the fall saw the largest cryptocurrency in the world plunge below $40,000. There's truth in this article. Obviously, they talk about the Fed tightening interest rates and the inflation numbers. All plays a big part, right, in the markets. But that said, Bitcoin is your ultimate hedge against inflation. So Bitcoin's going to be the future, whether the government see it now or they are forced to see it in the future. I am extremely bullish. Like I said, I will be looking this weekend to start picking up some altcoins, maybe even start to average in tonight and then just continue to average in through the weekend. Because I think we're at a time for the momentum to shift back to bullish. I don't think that we've dropped as hard as we have in the past with these types of structures that would indicate that the bear market's in full swing. And if the bear market's not in full swing and we're not ripping down hard, I think it's because we're making ready for a move to press up. So that's my thoughts. I'd be interested to see what you think. Consider leaving a comment, follow, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you drop a comment and want a particular altcoin charted, I'm happy to do that for you. If you have any questions or concerns, or you want to have some type of debate on this, I'm more than willing to chat it out. So yeah, leave comments, good or bad. I'm gonna read them and I will respond. Until then, I hope you have a great rest of your Friday. I hope you have an amazing Saturday, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow in the next one. Until then, peace.